Hi there. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity to give you this demo of my lessons and my introduction video. This is just to showcase my skills as an online English teacher. Now, who am I? I am Vian Jooste, an online teacher. I used to be a pastor for more than 10 years with experience in ministry, of which part of my duties was teaching various curricula in Bible and religious studies. But due to COVID, I had to branch out and I got my TEFL certificate in 2021 and I started teaching English online in 2022. And since then, I've taught students from all over the world from 6 to 75 years of age. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you some materials I've prepared for some lessons I've done, as well as some of the video footage that I've recorded of some of my classes. Let's dive into the present perfect tense. I did a course on the present and the past and the future tense, and I built it around the Harry Potter Book 1 series. And this is just an example of how I did the material and how I presented that class to some of my students. First, we'll start with the objective of the lesson. The objective is to understand the usage of the present perfect tense, to identify and form sentences in the present perfect tense, and to practice using the present perfect tense in various contexts. Now, to understand the tenses, we've got yesterday is the past tense, tomorrow is the future tense, and today is the present tense. And under each tense, we have the simple, we have the continuous, and we have the perfect tense. Let's look at this example of how I explained the grammar of present perfect to a student. Now, to form a present perfect tense, we use has and have, or we can use the shortened version, to say, I have. You can say, I've.
Yes.
Or you have. You have. You can write this down.
Okay.
We've and they've. I have, I've, you've, we've, and they've, and he has, she has, or it has. You can just write these that I've typed now.
Mhm.
Now, very important. He's can also can either mean he has or he is. Both is correct. But when we read the rest of the sentence, we know if it is has or is.
Yes.
She's worked here since 2018. You
Yes.
can't say she is worked here since 2018. You will say she is working here. Then you know it is.
Yes.
All right. So how we make the past perfect is have or has plus the past tense of the verb.
Yes.
I have read a book. They have seen.
Yes.
We have been and has worked. Let's go
Yes.
to the next page. Now, in my classes, I believe to make the classes fun with many activities that is interactive and gets the students to participate in the class. I like to use media such as movies and music in my classes. And I expect of my students to be willing to read aloud in my classes. It helps me to determine their understanding of the words as well as the pronunciation. Let's look at some of my classes where I used these fun interactive lessons. This is an example of the present perfect tense lesson that I asked the student to fix some of the sentences. Now, let's change these sentences to the present perfect tense. The first one.
They had hardly fluttered out of the way when another owl dropped a letter on top of the what's it? Parcel?
Parcel. Yes.
How do I change it to the present perfect? They have had hardly fluttered out of the way when another owl dropped a letter on top of the parcel.
Parcel, yes. Now, this word changes to have.
Yes,
They have hardly fluttered.
yes.
Fluttered. What does fluttered mean?
Flattered. No, I don't know.
Now, the rest of the sentence says it's the owls have hardly fluttered out of the way when another owl dropped a letter.
They're flight away from the gate.
Yes.
Ah,
Now, when a student says, in class, it really warms my heart because then I know the student is learning something. Let's look at another example.
Open your eyes, let's begin. Yes, it's really me, it's Maui, breathe it in.
What's the right answer?
is singing.
Is singing, yes.
Breathe it in. I know it's a lot, the hair, the bod. When you're staring at a demigod, what can I say except you're welcome for the tides, the sun, the sky.
Complete the sentence.
Is dancing.
He is also dancing.
Hey, it's okay, you're welcome.
He is pulling.
He is pulling Moana on the rock.
I'm just an ordinary demiguy. Hey, what has two thumbs and pulled up the sky? when you were waddling yay high. This guy, when the nights got cold, who stole you fire from down below? You're looking at him, yo. Oh.
Now, that is just one way that I use media in my classes. Here is a fun resource that helps me to teach my students through games. Just to showcase some of the interactive lesson material that I could use in my class. This is basketball about Harry Potter trivia that I used in one of my previous classes. Let's see how my knowledge is about the Harry Potter series. So we'll start with round 1. What was Voldemort called when he was a boy? Tom Riddle. Let's see if I'm lucky. Number 2. Yes. Team 2. What is the name of the 3-headed dog in the 3rd form? Oh, that's Fluffy. Lucky number 2 it is. Just to show some of the games that I do in my class. Now, I also believe in reading. Reading is crucial in learning English, especially reading aloud. Reading helps to learn grammar, vocabulary, comprehension. And when you read aloud, it also enhances your pronunciation. So let's look at this student reading aloud.
A sudden slamming and loud footsteps made the 3 of them looking up. They hadn't realized what a racket they had been making, but of course someone downstairs must have heard the crashes and the trolls' roars. A moment later, Professor McGonagall had come bursting into the room, closely followed by Snape, with Quirrell bringing up the rear.
All right. When we see a Q,
Yes.
it is usually pronounced qua.
Yes.
Quirrell, quit,
Quirrell.
quiet, qua. All right. That is just one short example of how I would use reading in my classes. And that student is an 11-year-old girl that started learning English quite a while ago. And she's from a country that is not native English speaking. And you can hear there's a great improvement. Now, in conclusion, with my 3 years of online ESL teaching experience, I bring a solid understanding of how to engage and motivate students in a virtual environment. My traditional karate teaching emphasizes discipline, focus, and structure, which can help foster a well-organized and engaging classroom. Additionally, my experience with neurodivergent students demonstrates my patience, empathy, and ability to adapt lessons to diverse learning styles and needs. These qualities make me well suited to provide personalized, flexible instruction, helping students of all abilities succeed, and I will be a benefit to your institution. I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you very much.